This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar. Started my digital inspection. We are at 3526 Mount Abbey out here in, this is the Claremont neighborhood of San Diego. We're on top of a 3-tab shingle roof. Right off the bat, we can see just how aged and worn out this roof is. So I want to point a few things out for this new homeowner. First and foremost, you can see how shiny this product is. So what you're seeing is the reflection of the fiberglass from this 3-tab shingle material. So I'll get a little closer so you can see all that exposed fiberglass. So essentially what's happening is the oils on this asphalt shingle have started to evaporate. And as those oils evaporate, the granules deplete. Every time it rains, they roll off the roof, they end up on the floor, and then the fiberglass becomes exposed. And once that fiberglass is exposed, the waterproofing is greatly affected. You can see how this is almost disintegrated all the way through. You can see just how brittle this material is. So once the product again gets to this point, it's gone well past its life expectancy and the waterproofing has been compromised. Then you'll notice how we got a bunch of missing shingles here. You can see all these exposed nail heads, and you can see how rusted out these nail heads are too. So water's been penetrating this property for quite some time. The other thing you'll notice is just how loose this material is. This stuff is literally just trying to flap around in the wind. So whenever it rains, that wind pushes these shingles up, pushes the rain underneath it, and it ends up getting into these exposed nail holes. And you can see we got a ton of missing shingles throughout this roof. Some of them are just kind of laying around the roof at this point. All of these are signs that the roof has gone well past its life expectancy. There's going to be some wood repair on this project. You'll notice how we have some wood missing here. I took some pictures of that for the homeowner as well. Basically, we got a decent amount of wood rot that's been taking place on this home. I'm sure we'll find some termite damage as well, just because termites do love that soft wood. But wood repair is always the unknown variable for any roofing project. There's no way for me or anybody else to say how much wood is going to need to be replaced until we tear this roof down to the wood decking and can address that. Now we have 2 layers of shingles that are on this roof. Code states that we can only have 2 layers of shingles that are on the roof. So we're gonna go with a full tear off, which is what I'm always gonna propose. You'll notice that the sealant around the majority of the penetrations has worn through. You can also see we got a bunch of areas where leaks are already coming. So we got a hole right here, which is right behind this vent. Water's been penetrating that for quite some time. And then you'll notice that the sealant around all this penetration has completely worn through. You can see how water and moisture will be coming down those pipes during the rain. So I'm going to propose a full tear off on this roof. Again, we're going to tear it down to the wood decking. We're an Owens Corning preferred contractor. So we're going to go ahead and replace this current felt underlayment with a synthetic underlayment from Owens Corning. That's part of their roofing system. It comes with their 50-year manufacturer warranty, and that's gonna go along with our lifetime workmanship warranty from Build Brothers. We're gonna add brand new drip edge along the entire perimeter of the roof as well. We're gonna be adding starter shingle along the perimeter. It's the first layer of shingle that gets nailed down. Just walk through a real soft spot right here. So first layer of shingle that gets nailed down, and then the rest of the architectural asphalt shingle is going to be added onto it as well. We're going to be adding some exhaust ventilation to this roof also. We want to increase the airflow in this attic. Typically exhaust vents are going to come in the form of those whirlybirds. We're going to be using O'Hagan exhaust vents. Your neighbor right on the other side of you has a brand new roof. Those are O'Hagan exhaust vents. So that's where we're gonna be adding this roof. We're gonna add at least 4 of them to this roof just to increase that airflow. This is a good candidate for a ridge vent as well. Owens Corning has a separate roofing system, which is an upgraded system, which comes with a ridge vent, along with additional ice and water barriers for protecting some of the vulnerable areas of the home. And I'll go over that with the homeowner. But essentially what we do is we cut a trough in this ridge line. It allows for that hot air to escape. You're basically turning your entire roof into an exhaust ventilation system. We have some nice long ridge lines on this roof, so this would be a good candidate for it. So no matter what, we're going to be increasing that exhaust ventilation. New architectural shingle gets installed after that, and then at that point this homeowner has a new roof that they're never going to have to deal with for the next 35 plus years or so. But based off the age of this roof, the condition of it, the amount of missing shingles, the amount of fiberglass that's exposed, the lack of adhesiveness, and just the overall age, I am going to recommend a full tear off on this property. That's it for my inspection.